A breaking crew that was cemented in hip-hop history.
What did that mean back then to get a shot?
We couldn't walk the streets. The kids were empowered and they just wanted to be around us, and we gave them that. I danced so much, 20, 30 times a day. Every time I walked, because of the film Beat Street.
That 1984 movie, Beat Street, was one of the first to feature breaking and hip-hop culture, putting both on the map.
Stop, look, listen, check this out. Beat Street. Beat Street.
The film's executive producer, Harry Belafonte, was promoting it on Good Morning America.
What the people involved in this culture have done is that they've reached out to the world and said, look, we exist, we're here. Many of you have come, seen our plight, our problems. You've made promises. Most of the promises have been broken. And we've been left forgotten. And we will find a way to reach out to the world and make you know that we're here.
He understood, but he also understood that for it to get global, he had to add those other elements. He didn't do it for hip-hop, per se. He did it for the world.
The more people learned about breaking, the more it evolved.
Then you have the electric boogie, you have the boogie, and you have the boogaloo. If you're in San Diego, they may be doing the boogaloo, and they may be doing, a pop locking in LA. And then in New York, in the Bronx, they're doing the electric boogie, but they're doing the tick out in Brooklyn. It's evolving so much that the Olympics had to take a look at it.
The art form that began in the streets has now become a competitive sport with a fixed set of rules. And at next year's Summer Olympics in Paris, for the first time ever, breakers from all over the world will compete for the gold medal. 2 events, one for men and one for women, will consist of one-on-one battles where dancers perform multiple throwdowns or sets that are then judged on creativity, personality, technique, variety, performativity, and musicality. One of the Olympic hopefuls, right out of Flushing, Queens, Sunny Choi, will represent the U.S. in the women's competition.
When you first started breakdancing, could you have ever imagined that this art form could have ended up as an Olympic sport?
No, never imagined breaking being the Olympics. And then it got announced officially. And even then, I think there were so many people who were like, there's no way, like someone's playing a prank on us,
Choi had been a lifelong gymnast, but injuries forced her to find a new sport. A popping dance class at college in Philadelphia led her to breaking.
What I ended up really falling in love with is like the aspect of self-expression and creativity, because those are things that I hadn't had in my life before. I'd grown up with like a very kind of strict academic background, and so this is the first time that I was able to actually go out there and figure out who I am and express that.
A Wharton School grad, Choi left the corporate marketing world behind to pursue breaking professionally.
With the announcement of the Olympics, I was like, maybe it's possible for me to actually do what I love to do and do something that makes me happy.
You're a Korean American woman performing a historically black art form. What does it say about the culture's growth and the heights that it's reached? Mm-hmm. And in that same vein, what do you feel like you owe the culture?
I've actually always struggled with my place in hip-hop because I'm a Korean American woman, because I felt like I don't quite belong or I don't quite fit. What I've learned over time is this whole culture has been so open and actually warm and welcoming to me, and it was really just me telling myself I didn't belong. Because of everything I've gotten from it, it's I want to give back, and I'm honored to be able to carry this legacy forward, honored to be able to stand on that stage and represent New York and the U.S. and breaking and hip-hop and all of that.
I remember this.
History that began with an OG like the Way Of, and now enshrined at the Universal Hip Hop Museum in the Bronx.
What do you think about the Olympics adding breakdancing, and it's going to be making its debut in 2024?
I'm not mad at it.
Could you imagine that you'd be here today commemorating the 50th anniversary of a genre that didn't even have a name back then?
No, I'm in awe, but I'm so humble and so pleased and so proud. You have to still preserve the legends, the one who started it all. I don't think anybody else will be able to dance for 3 presidents like I did. Bush, Reagan, and Barack Obama. That's mine. You can't erase me.